We're live.
We're live.
Live. It says
We're
live.
Yeah, let you know.
Let's see all our viewers we got there. 0. Love it.
Love it.
All right, Zach, how's
Love
my
it.
voice? Is that good? Good voice is all good.
Yeah, looks good.
How am I
Perfect.
sounding over here?
Keep talking, Joe.
I just want to be your friend.
I just want to be your
You
friend.
gotta, you gotta speak louder.
I gotta speak louder.
Yeah, that's perfect.
All right,
That's good.
fantastic.
How do I look, Skyler? Am I look good?
Yep.
Okay. I think we're all good though.
Yeah, look at us.
Hey,
go.
somebody's on.
Oh, it's probably
Is
Ethan.
it Sue?
It's either
Sue
Sue
or
or Ethan. It's always one of them. I guess it could be Justin. Nah, Justin wouldn't check his Twitter. He won't know. Oh, well.
State your name. Hi, Sue.
Hi, Sue.
Hi, Sue.
We need to have Sue on the podcast.
Nah, that's okay.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Shutting them right down.
All right, 20 seconds. Hi, everyone. All right, 20. We'll do 15 seconds of silence. Then I'll start the music.
I'm just waiting for this bass.
The one time you can't talk. I know, but that's so much better. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Career Backups Podcast. As always, I am your host, Joey Bowser, and with me is Skylar Eckenroot,
Hey guys.
Zach Clark,
How's it going?
and special guest Joe Frontino.
What's going on?
Welcome back.
Hey, how you been?
I'm good.
Fantastic.
We've missed you. It's
I
been a
missed
while.
you.
You ready to try this again?
I'm ready to go.
Did you listen to the last one you were on?
No.
Okay.
I listened to a couple of my sister the last time we did actors and actresses. Could not figure them out. Had trouble.
Had trouble.
Had
Nice.
a rough time myself.
You're the movie guy. You're supposed to know them.
Hey, I'm just here for you.
Right. I would have made you another game. You would have enjoyed it, but
Zach,
I
what
I
are you
would have
looking
won.
at?
Zach wouldn't have been
Showing off my shirt.
Don't talk about don't bring up this shirt. We're not going over this right now. Adrian, if you're listening, nothing. Never mind.
Adrian, if you're listening, you need some t-shirts in here. We got some people that are jealous.
They're very jealous of the T-shirt, Adri.
I was
For
expecting
our-
to come into like 300 of these things. Like I saw him wearing, I'm like, sweet, we have like
Fuck
300.
yeah.
We have like 300 t-shirts sitting in here probably. He's like, oh no, this is mine.
I got one. Hey, she got me a good birthday gift.
I mean, I guess.
Pretty
So,
shitty.
the podcast ends next week, and then you just have a pointless
Yeah.
shirt.
Yeah, this is actually
I'll have it to remember.
this is our last
Touche.
episode.
All the memories. All the members. I remember.
Hey, we got members.
Member berries.
Member berries. God, South Park. It used to be so good. I don't watch it anymore.
Still
Yeah.
good. Still
Is it
good.
still
Still a
good?
fan.
Yep.
Yeah,
100%.
We'll get there. I wonder who our second list viewer. It's got to be Ethan.
It's
That-
probably Ethan.
But he probably would have said something.
He said he's going to try to stay off the chat this time because he
Ah.
felt like it detracted from the episode because he was too involved.
That makes sense, I guess. As long as he doesn't give Zach any answers to games this week, we'll be happy.
Some people got to cheat to win.
Yes, I do.
Hit it. Zach, what's your topic?
Yeah.
Hey guys. So, Joe, you had an interview today, didn't you?
I had an interview today.
Where?
Cambria County Prison.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
He's gonna be an inmate.
Charges just went through.
It was more of a trial than an interview, but we're calling it an
They
interview.
asked him a lot of questions.
They did. And I had a lawyer present. Don't worry.
I have to have a lawyer present at all my interviews.
Can I answer that one?
Then it ended with him having to pee in a cup. So no, I'm just
No,
kidding.
not yet.
But anyway, so it got me thinking about interviews, and I have a couple really funny interview stories. I've had some interviews go very well, and some interviews that have gone very, very bad.
That's because you suck.
Yes, that's exactly it. I'm a career backup.
Perfect. So when you told me this was your topic, I was a little perplexed because I didn't know what to expect. So I'm gonna let you bat lead off here.
Okay,
Set the bar.
set the bar.
Yeah.
Okay,
I need to know what I got to clear.
so the worst
That's
interview.
that's a track reference.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get it. Thanks,
Sports.
Nice.
Way to go. Way to go.
So my senior year of college, I was applying to every interview or what? I know I stumbled over that. I'm like, senior year of what? College.
We are.
Fuck you.
Hashtag Joe knew
All right.
and Urban. He knew too.
He did know.
Yeah, but he only got 3 games.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into that. Move on. Zach, sorry. Go ahead. Senior year of college interview.
Senior year of college. Well, so I did a half super senior year, and I knew I was going to do one extra semester. I think did you do one too, Skylar?
Yep.
So senior year, I had that summer. I was like, I'm getting a fucking internship this summer. No doubt about it. I think I applied at 300 places. I was like, I'm getting a fucking internship.
Nobody took you.
Nobody took me. Well, ended up, got a lot of interviews. A lot of people called back. I got an internship with Lowe's, but about a month later, I still had interviews set up, even though I had already gotten an internship and accepted it and everything.
Practice makes perfect.
Yeah, exactly. But I was just a stupid senior and was like, why the fuck do I have to do this? I already have an internship. I don't want to go through this. Yeah.
I'm the best ever.
So I told my advisor, he's like, no, you still have to go because it looks really bad for the school if people don't show up for interviews or if you cancel last minute and everything. I'm like, fuck. Cause I completely forgot about it until like 3 hours beforehand.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm like, fuck. So I put on a fucking suit. I
just
fucking
a
suit.
Yeah. I hate
just a
dressing.
suit.
I hate dressing up.
Not just a suit.
I walk
This is my
up to the
fucking
career
suit.
building.
Now, is that like a suit with pictures of people fucking, or is that like a suit you wear while you fuck?
Yeah, it like has a hole where the dick is.
What?
It might just be those guys we spoke of.
We'll get into that.
We're getting there. Don't spoil it.
I'm not spoiling anything.
I walk up there and I'm just not feeling this to begin with. And it was for a hardware company, like a software, what?
Hardware.
Well, I'm a software
so-
engineer.
I'm thinking like Aces.
So I can't remember. It might have been Philips. I can't remember. It was a bigger
He was trying
name
to program
place,
a hammer.
but it was
That's what I thought of when he said hardware.
no. I meant
He's wearing his-
computer hardware.
He's wearing his fucking suit for the hard job.
This is the hardest story I've ever told on this podcast.
So Zach.
Anyway, it's a computer hardware company. I didn't want I didn't want it at all. I didn't give a shit. I had an exam at like 12:30 and this was started at 12. So I was like, I got to get this fucking over with. It was supposed to be a 2-hour interview. I'm like, I'm fucked. So anyway, I go up there. The guy lets me in. What?
Good thing you're wearing your fucking suit.
I walk in and I'm sitting there like waiting for him to call me back. And I come out and there's 2 people doing interviews. And of course, I get this Asian guy that I can't understand his accent to save my life. So he's like, the clock. And I'm like, who? And calls me back. I get back there and he has a circuit board. I know nothing about, a little bit, but I know basically nothing about computer hardware, about building circuits and stuff like that. And he starts going on, doesn't ask me a single question about myself or anything. He's just asking me about this circuit board that I have no fucking clue what it's about. So I'm sitting there and I'm just like, dude, I don't know. I'm literally saying, dude, I don't know. I'm looking at the clock. I'm like, I've got to get out of here. At one point, he literally goes, do you have somewhere to be like other than this? And at that point, I was like, this isn't going well. I don't care, but that's never something you want to fucking hear in an interview ever.
Wow.
So it was not good.
Did you tell him yes?
I did. I was like, yeah, I have an exam in 5 minutes. But so it keeps going. The rest of it was really rushed. And basically I was like, I gotta go. At like 12:29, I was like, I gotta get out of here. I'm sorry. And just like left. Didn't say a word. He interviewed the advisor and was like, we need a better class of candidate that sent to us. Yeah, it was that bad.
Ouch. I heard
Yeah.
you a little bit.
It did, but I didn't care. I didn't want
You already
it.
had your internship.
Yeah, it didn't matter.
It's their fault for coming to a computer science major looking for somebody to sell hardware in a hardware store.
It is rough.
I mean,
The
how the
jokes just don't end.
you don't know where the fucking screwdriver is.
Oddly enough, then I went and worked for Lowe's. That's the weirdest part of this. No, so it was just rough. It was like the most awkward 29 minutes of my life, though. Just I didn't want to be there.
How'd
He
you
didn't
do on
want
the
me to be there.
exam?
It was a religious studies exam.
So how'd you do?
so not
you
great.
knocked that one out of the park.
You were ready for that one. Should have prayed on
Did
that.
well, yeah. But yeah, it was a rough interview.
Skylar, can you pass that bar? Can you jump over it?
I don't know. I got a good one though. So I was graduating college and I applied like Zach applied at so many different places. I took all kinds of interviews. They weren't, I don't know how many interviews you had, but I had like 9 interviews, I think, for places. And 2 of them were out in York, PA. So I'm looking at the addresses and I'm going to one this week and the week after I'm going to another one. And I'm looking, I'm like, man, look, this number looks familiar to me. So I go to this one place and I pull in for the first interview, and literally attached to the building is another civil engineering firm. And I'm like, well, that's weird. You don't usually see that. So I go in and it was a really awesome building and everything. And the people were really nice and the interview went really well. And I'm like, hey, I got a question. I'm like, I have an interview next week next door. I'm like, what's up with that? And they're like, oh.
Next door.
Oh.
Ew, we don't talk
They're
about
like, yeah,
next
we
door.
that used to be our former owner, but we kind of chased him out.
Whoa.
And so we literally built a wall between these 2 buildings. And that's their firm, and this is our firm. I'm like, oh, okay. Maybe shouldn't have mentioned I have an interview there.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, that's fine. You didn't know that, obviously. And they're like, go interview with them. We encourage you to do that and everything. And so I did.
But you're gonna hate them.
Yeah, yeah. And they were pretty much saying that. Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, they're pretty shady characters. And the place that place offered me a job, and they totally lowballed me on the offer. But regardless. So I show up the next week to go to the other place, and I walk in, and it's like 2 different buildings. Even though it's literally the same building, this place is like run down. They have couches that the people just sit on, and that's where they do all their work. And there's a ping pong table in the middle there.
Sweet.
Yeah.
It's a frat house.
Oh yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the guys that ran the place were like frat brothers.
Yeah,
They were all young guys, and they're like, "Hey man, what's going on?" That's how they talked and everything, like a frat house.
Yeah.
So I'm doing the interview, and it was going well. I mean, they seem to like me, and they're like, "Yeah, if you've noticed, this is a little different setup we have here." I'm like, "Yeah, I did notice that." They're like, "Well, it was pretty much a millennial place, if you know what I mean."
Why'd you look at me when you said that?
Because we're all millennials.
We all fit
you
the
looked
bill.
at me.
But-
Yeah,
But
I need my
it was
lunch.
like the prototypical millennial place. And they're like, well, we encourage a laid back environment. We're all younger here. And we play a lot of ping pong throughout the day, actually.
If you're good at ping pong, this is
Yeah.
your place.
And Zach knows
But Skylar sucks at ping pong.
I'm pretty decent at ping pong.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever beat me.
Now,
Well,
I know,
Zach-
now I know he's lying.
Zach's good at something. No,
Zach is good at ping pong. Zach is honestly the best ping pong player I've ever played.
really.
Yes, 100%. I will say that.
Thank you.
Zach should also then say Skylar's the best ping pong player I've ever played, because that would be truthful. Anyway,
I know.
Anyway.
my dad's pretty good.
anyway, they're like, yeah, our boss, he's the office champ. No one can ever beat him.
And you're
I'm
like,
like, I bet you I could beat him. And they're like, you think so? And like they got real serious all of a sudden. And I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty confident in my abilities. And the guy's like, all right, let's go. Middle of the interview. Middle of the interview.
It's
I'm like, seriously? He's like, yeah, let's go.
let's do it.
So we go out and we start. He's a decent player.
He has his own paddle.
Well, yeah. I mean, they all have their own
You know what I'm
paddles.
saying? He, like,
Oh,
pulled
yeah.
out- like he pulled out like.
Well, he didn't have it on him, but they literally had them.
He
in-
unsheathed.
They
it.
literally had them like stored somewhere. With like, all right, this is his paddle. You can use this guy's paddle. And I'm like, okay, it really doesn't matter. Give me a piece of wood. I'll use it. So he starts, and he was decent. Not up to my level. I was kicking his ass. He got really pissed off when he lost. I'm talking like it was 21-6. He lost. He was fuming. He's like, again.
You're like, I'm here
So
for
I'm
a
like-
job.
I'm
man.
like, okay.
Like,
So we play again.
At this point, were you thinking like maybe I should let him win?
Yeah, no, fuck that. You know me, Zach. I'm not gonna let him
We
win.
ain't gonna fucking let
Fuck
somebody
that. I will throw that job away. I got an offer next door. At worst comes to worst. 21-8. He's like, all right, best out of 5. After the third loss, he's like, I'm done. Threw the paddle down. He was pissed. You remember the time we played that baseball kid? I played that baseball kid in UPJ in the basement.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Remember how he broke his paddle
Yeah, he
because he was so
broke his
pissed
paddle,
off because he
yeah.
couldn't beat me? It was the same thing.
Curly-headed fuck's roommate.
Yes.
Yeah.
This guy quit.
What
He
a
quit
name.
playing. Quit playing. They're like, you can go to lunch. Like the guy, he was supposed to come to lunch with us. He didn't come to lunch with us. And I'm like, did I make him like really mad? They're like, oh, he doesn't lose much. Never got a job offer from that place.
Shocker.
Your ping pong skill ran you out of there.
I mean, in reality, looking back on it, it's definitely the right thing to happen. So I did myself a favor, but
It's hilarious.
Oh,
That-
yeah.
and for
Balls
the
of Fury,
story, that's worth
Like
it.
the
Oh,
ending
yeah.
showdown, Balls of Fury.
yeah. I was playing Def Leppard and
Oh,
everything.
yeah,
I had
yeah,
the
yeah.
headband on. Yeah.
I would not have had that same
Mentality?
drive. So I would have kicked his ass the first time, and then I would have been like, when I saw him getting mad, I'll do anything for a fucking job. So I would have thrown it so
He was a
hard.
little on the
anything.
cocky side. Anything.
anything.
He was a little on the cocky side, so I wasn't in the mood to deal with
Yeah,
it.
Skyler doesn't really lose well either. So,
Yeah.
you
No,
know, he
I
wants
don't
to
lose
win.
well either. So fuck that.
We need to play.
Plus,
ping pong.
you didn't really want to go to York anyway.
No, I
No.
didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't.
So why were you out there then?
Job interviews.
Interview.
Just in
Anyway,
case.
Just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
You know, just a question.
If he had to go to York, he would have. He just didn't want to.
Yeah. Not to mention, I mean, it's
Good.
the same boat Zach was in. I don't want to turn one down. I mean, it's practice.
Yeah.
So, Joe, how'd your trial? Give me your trial. How'd it go? How was your
It's
trial?
funny because the
interview?
last time you were on, we talked about all the people you murdered. Now you're going to the prison. It just seems like it fits.
It just works out so well. I mean, I thought it went well. I mean,
This will be the last time Joe shows off on our
Yeah.
podcast.
coming
unless you
full
guys are
circle.
coming down to the county. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison here, but no, I mean, this interview today was super formal. I thought I overdressed. I wore like a suit, and I was the only one in the interview wearing a suit.
So you pulled the Step Brothers.
Yeah,
You went full Step Brothers
I
on.
went full Step Brothers on him. I had a guy sitting behind me. Yeah, but no, I think it went well. I mean, that wasn't the interview I was going to talk about. I was going to talk about my bar interview.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, which was all of 7 minutes.
Long interview.
Long interview with a lot of questions. I showed up, and there's like 4 guys sitting around the bar, all with drinks, and I didn't know who the hell they were. And they all just turned real slow. They looked at me and go, "You good with staying up late?" I was like, "Yeah, I can stay up late." He's like, "Okay, we'll call you if we need you." I was like,
Where'd you get 7 minutes out of that? That's all.
there was a lot of staring.
Really awkward staring.
There was like points where like they wouldn't even like look at me. They'd be talking about other things. I just kind of like stood there. But like my part of the interview was under 30 seconds, but the amount of time I was in front of them was like 7 minutes.
They were like talking about what they were going to dinner after or something.
Yeah, like what they had to do, and then they just like looked at me, looked away. Yeah.
Nice.
That was it.
And look at all the joy that job has brought you.
Yeah,
Valid.
hundreds of hours of joy. If I could give it away, I probably would.
I probably would. If I could do it again, I wouldn't.
Well,
No,
if I could
wouldn't.
do it again, I could have probably made it through school. So
Overrated.
Cut that interview down to 5 minutes next time.
yeah, next time we can dodge those questions.
Nah, I like to be in bed by like 9.
Yeah, American Ninja Warrior, I'd be getting out of there. It was like the warp wall, man. It just stuck me.
What about Joe number 2?
Like, I don't really have interview story, but like when I went and did my job interview for Sheets, they called me. Like, I left the interview, and then the next day they gave me a call, and they're like, "Hey, we're not going to hire you for the position." I'm like, "All right, whatever." And then the following day, I get another phone call from a different number, and they're like, "Hey, this is Sheets. We've decided to hire you for the position." So I'm like, "Okay, they must be like using cell phones or some shit. I don't know." They're like, "Your first day is this day." Okay, cool. So I drive to the Sheets, show up, get out of the car, I walk in, and they're like, and I'm like trying to, like, I go into the back room and everybody's like looking at me funny. They're like, "What are you doing here?" And I'm like, "Oh, you guys called me. It's my first day." And they're like, "We didn't call you for your first day." And I'm like, "What the fuck is happening?"
What?
And then I explained the story to the guy who interviewed me. He's like, "Oh, well, sometimes your applications just go in to a folder that all of Sheets can access." And they're like, "We didn't hire you, but this Sheets hired you." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." So then I'm like, "Can you?"
Thanks for the heads
Yeah,
up.
thanks for the
Thanks for that,
heads up.
guys, yeah.
So I had to call that Sheets and be like, "Hey, I'm coming, but I went to the wrong sheet."
So they were the same area at least.
Yeah, they were the 2 sheets like around Evansburg.
Oh, okay.
So I got hired at the one, but I interviewed at the other one. Totally showed up to the wrong one.
Yeah, they probably should have mentioned that. Like,
Yeah,
this is not the Sheets you interviewed at.
This is
But-
not the sheets you're looking for.
exactly. I couldn't understand. And I was like, "You'd think they'd tell me, or you think they'd want to interview me again?"
That's what I'm saying. You didn't even interview.
No,
with
I didn't
that
even
one.
interview. with
Whoa,
them.
whoa, whoa. We can't gloss over your Star Wars reference.
Everybody's pushing it.
I'm like,
everywhere,
we
bro.
gotta acknowledge that at least.
Touche.
Hey, I just try to throw it in there, bud.
But yeah, that's about it. Just showing up to the wrong building for work.
I like it.
I don't think that was your fault.
It was not my fault, but I still
Never mind, it was your fault.
I still felt like
You don't
an
want to
idiot.
assume blame. I'm gonna give it,
Yeah.
put it on you.
I should have Googled the number or something. Maybe then I would have figured out the answer. I don't
The
know.
pub in like Erie, PA or something.
I should have just.
That's what I was thinking. What if it was like a
Like,
Sheets in like
really
Philadelphia
fucking
or
far
something?
away.
Like,
like Roanoke, Virginia.
yeah.
No, much like Joe, if I could do it over again, I just wouldn't show up to the second shift.
Hey,
Just keep driving.
Just went
Just
home,
keep
called it a
going,
day.
You know what? I'll get them next
I
time.
just started planting my rose bushes. That's what I've done. Got a nice garden by now.
Zach, another one.
Yeah. So I ended up interviewing with the NSA.
NASA.
NASA. Yes, NASA. No, not
No,
NASA. I actually don't know what the NSA stands
National
for.
Security Association, isn't it? Right?
I don't-
National Aeronautics
and
Space
Science
Association.
Association.
You're still with
Space.
NASA?
He said NSA.
No, the NSA.
NSA. Oh, NASA.
National Security.
Wait, you mean you weren't almost a space guy?
I can't believe you worked for
Almost an
NASA.
astronaut. You guys, I was an astronaut.
You went to the fucking moon?
And you're just telling us now?
They were going to ship them to Mars. He was
You
the one
should
that
be
was
more
excited.
Twitter famous.
We landed on the moon.
Anyway,
Quotable movie.
Of course, that can't tell a fucking story today.
no, I can't. So the first thing I go into this interview and I thought it was for a summer internship and it was for like it was like for a co-op. So it would have pushed like, I had to do a year of co-op with them and then I'd do my last semester of school and then graduate. So it would have pushed everything back a year.
So that's like NASA training for a year.
Yeah. Like you got to blow on the tube and keep the bulb of a certain line for so long. Like you just do that for a year.
You just blow the ball for a
You just
year.
wake up and you're just like,
At least they let you sleep.
yeah. Anyway.
Give some good lungs.
Anyway, you want to say
No,
something?
no, I'm good.
Okay.
I'll think of something as you
Yeah,
go.
I'll think of something. Okay. So I walk in and the guy goes, "Well, just so you know, you don't go into government work to make money." Do you guys know me at all?
You hate money, right?
Zach just turned around and walked out.
It's like we're done here.
So I'm like, "Oh, this isn't off to a great
Zach
start
used to steal
here."
Say
Monopoly
for me.
money when he was 4.
So
He
anyway,
still does.
I'm like, at this point, I'm not very interested, but I'm here. So he starts going on and he's like, "This won't be your conventional interview. We don't really care about your coding skills as much. It's more of a personality test." I'm like, that's fine. I think I have a good personality. Whatever. Yeah,
You bombed
can
the
beg
shit out of
differ.
that.
Yeah. So he just starts going, and the first question was if you had to guess what the most popular color of house is on east of the Mississippi River, what would you guess?
Red.
Red.
Yellow.
White.
I went brown. Then he goes, "Why did you guess brown?" And I said,
I like black people. That's what you, is that what you dropped in there? You just like panicked.
"I just really like black people." No.
I voted for Obama.
Jesus.
So
My favorite color.
Anyway,
is brown.
so he just keeps going, and
Did you never get an answer?
what?
Did you ever get an answer to the color question?
He didn't give me one. No,
It's a personality test. They're
Yeah.
not.
they
it's-
don't
there's
care.
Not,
Somewhere
Well,
there's an
anyway, so
answer.
but I didn't.
There has
I
to
just
be.
wasn't expecting this. All of my other interviews had been super technical. It was just the first like super personality test I'd ever done. And he goes, "Why?" I said brown. He's like, "Why did you pick brown?" And then I'm like, I give him some dumb answer. Then he goes, "Okay, what about on the west side of the Mississippi River?" And I'm just like, "What the fuck is this guy? What is up with the Mississippi River?"
Did you
with
ask
this
him if
dude?
he's like from Mississippi?
I'm
what
like,
the
dude,
heck's
you
going
like
on
got
there?
a hard on for this thing. But no, so he's going, he's like, "Why?" And then every time I'd say something, he's like, "Why did you say that?" And I'm like, it's just like fucking with my head. Okay. Like, I'm just like, I'm questioning.
You're not
everything I'm
NASA
saying.
material.
No. I'm not. I'm like, everything. And then he's like, "How would you what kind of experiment would you come up with to figure this number out?" And I give him something, whatever. I'm rambling at this point, just trying to get this fucking interview over with. And then he asked me another question. It's just like a math question, just basic, whatever. But it was kind of tough. and my head was basic, you know what I'm saying, but
Too
it was a
close
tough
to, couldn't figure
whatever.
it out.
But my head's just shot, like my brain shot. And then he goes in, he's like, "What's your favorite movie?" And I'm like, my head was so out of it. I was trying to think of The Day After Tomorrow, like that. I like that movie a lot.
Weird favorite movie choice.
Yeah, they wouldn't have given you the job based on that
Listen,
answer.
I don't know.
Listen.
NASA might like if you like
This
those
is
types of-
over.
Listen,
Sorry,
I
we're
can't
done.
think of the movie, so I literally can't think of the name of the movie because my brain is everywhere. And I'm like, that one with Mel Gibson.
Narrowed it down for him. The Passion of Christ.
Mel Gibson's not in that movie. And then he's like, "What one?" And I'm like, "The end of the world's coming." And it's there's a lot of snow. And like I'm going, this guy has to think I'm
He
retarded
said
at this
Scarface
point.
at that point.
Yeah.
Oh, that's snow.
Lethal Weapon 3, right? That's what you're going
It
for?
had to be that one.
So I'm going up. And eventually I just get down and it's like, "I like James Bond." I'm like, at that point, I'm like, just think of a fucking movie title.
Just
That
literally
like
a
any
movie.
movie, it doesn't matter.
No, I'm good. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'm gonna pass it.
But yeah, so
Wow.
Yeah, that could go bad.
yeah,
That could be bad.
he got
That
me.
would've been bad.
Yeah, so he got me all worked up. I didn't get an offer for that co-op.
Well, that's the thing. When you want to be an astronaut, you have to have strong mental fortitude.
True.
Like, and if
Clearly.
you don't pick a movie about space, you're out.
You need a constitution.
Like,
of
you
at
should have
least
said
6.
Armageddon.
National treasure.
National treasure.
That movie with Mel Gibson.
Alien.
Oh Jesus!
It was a rough day.
snowing.
It's snowing.
Mel
The end of the
Gibson.
world's
Al
coming.
Pacino had a
He's
machine
trying to
gun.
find his kid. He's trying to get his kid.
Isn't
That's
that
all
John
he's doing.
Cusack?
He's literally crying. He's like
No,
crying.
it's Dennis Quaid.
He's
John
literally
Cusack.
crying. I get so emotional about this
1408.
movie.
Now 2020, what the fuck was?
wasn't
Yeah,
it?
2012. Yeah, that's the John Cusack end of the
Oh,
world
okay.
movie.
All right.
I'm a bigger fan of Joan Cusack myself.
Yeah, big Joan Cusack
Yeah.
fan.
That's his sister, Zach.
Is it?
Yep.
She hot? Is that why?
No.
Oh.
Why you talk about hot girls all the time, man? My sister's
Come
gonna
on.
listen to this.
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
My sister's gonna listen to this.
Scotty, you got any more?
Yeah, I got
stories?
one more. It's a quick one. So I went into Panera Bread, do my interview there. Walk in, the general manager at the time, real nice guy, sits me down. He's interviewing me, and I figured this can't be that difficult, you know. I mean, it's Panera Bread, and it wasn't. It was simple. And at the end, he's like, "Yeah, you know, you seem like an easily qualified candidate." He's like, "It's not that hard to work here." He goes, "But you know, you've passed that part." He's like, "I'm going to offer you a job." And he goes, "And I think you did a really good job in this interview." He goes, "I would like to offer you a raise to start out with." I'm like, "Fucking sweet."
You're like, wow,
Fucking
man.
right.
I'm like, "Yeah, man, this is awesome. I can be like managing this joint or what?" And he's like, "I'm gonna start you off $7.35 an hour."
10 cents.
Fucking 10-cent raise. I didn't get a raise in the 3 years I worked there.
Jesus. that
So
sucks.
the 10-cent raise was my personal favorite. I figured it out just for like shits and giggles. I worked 20 hours a week roughly for 3 years, which equated to about $316 before taxes.
fuck yeah.
I
Wait,
mean,
for how long did you
What?
work there?
3 years.
You
ever
made
s-
$300
No,
the
no,
entire
no,
time.
No,
that's
the 10
extra.
cent
Yeah,
raise.
it's
10 cent
Oh,
raise.
Gave him
oh,
free.
okay.
wow,
So
man.
like $100 a year I got extra because of that.
I was like, damn, $300 in 3 years. What the fuck, man?
I went to a Panera Bread one time and I asked them if they served burgers. They said no, I left. That was the only time I was ever in there.
They have decent food.
Oh, I know they do.
It's
but
not bad.
They don't make burgers.
What's funny is
There ain't no meat.
Do you eat at Subway?
Yeah.
Well,
But
they don't make burgers.
Yeah, but they make good hoagies.
Subs.
Whatever. Whatever.
It's not hoagie way.
All I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
But you told me that story. It made me think. So back when I was a cook, Dingbats in the mall was hiring a head cook for their kitchen or whatnot. And so I went and applied for the job. And the guy's like, I really want to hire you, but I can only pay you. It was like $9 an hour or something. And I was making more than that where I was cooking. And I said, well, I could only do it for like $10. And he's like, well, I'll get back to you and let you know if we can pay you the 10 to be the head cook. And I'm like, all right, whatever. So they call me back like a week later and they're like, yeah, we can't do the $10. We're just gonna, I'm like, all right, that's fine. Like I'm not coming to work for you. But I dodged a bullet because like 2 months after that was when Dingbats closed. And in case anybody doesn't know, Dingbats didn't tell any of their employees they closed. Literally, the owner put a sign on the front door that said, we are closed permanently. Please go home on the day that employees tried to show up.
Wow.
What a good dude.
Yeah. So if they would have offered me the money I wanted, I would have just been jobless in 2 months.
2 months.
Dodged a bullet on that one.
I bet you they gave out a good severance package though.
For my
known
whole
for
2
that.
months there.
Anybody else?
That's all I got.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Cool.
Hello. Do you want to play a game?
You know it.
So do you want the first one or the second one I made?
Does it really matter?
I just want you to
The
pick.
second one.
All right, cool.
I want the first one.
I spoke first.
I'm gonna give it to Zach. He won the last game.
What?
Justin won the last game.
Technically, Zach won, but he cheated.
I won the last time I was here.
But Joe, you can go first.
I don't want it. You can give it to Zach.
What's the game?
Fine, Zach.
Who am I?
We're playing Who Am I? With actors and actresses.
All right.
Your first clue, Zach.
Yes.
I am a 41-year-old actress.
Jennifer Lopez.
No.
Joan Cusack.
No. I think Joan's a little older than 41.
Shut up.
Reese Witherspoon.
No.
Okay.
Your second clue.
guess.
I once ran a zoo.
That's going to be.
Yeah, that's how this works.
Joan Cusack.
Correct.
Damn it. Wait, if we establish this is an actress?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
What was the first question?
I am a 41-year-old actress.
Oh, okay. So it's a girl.
Once ran a zoo.
Cool. Halle Berry.
No.
Drew Barrymore.
I starred in movies directed by Guillermo del Toro and Christopher Nolan.
Guillermo.
Guillermo. We're in the guillotine.
Who was the second one? I just heard
Christopher Nolan.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. Oh. Anne Hathaway.
No.
She's a bitch.
Wow.
She was in our last
Jennifer
game.
Gardner.
No.
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
No. I was in a war movie based on true events around Bin Laden.
Hillary Clinton.
Yes.
I don't
Famous
know.
actress Hillary Clinton.
Amy
Oh,
Adams.
man, I
No.
don't know.
Oh, that's who I was gonna guess.
Pretty good one.
Damn.
I know like 3 female
Amy
actresses.
Adams. John Krasinski.
That's a
Dude, I don't know.
I was in Lawless with Shia LaBeouf.
Oh fuck.
Keira Knightley.
No.
No.
Skyler.
You know it, Joe? I can't
No.
I can't think of her
I was
name.
gonna say Mila Kunis, but no.
No, it's not her. I know who this is.
Hey, man.
I can't think of her name. Pass.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with what I said. So going back to you there.
What did
buddy.
you say?
Mila
No,
Kunis,
there's another clue.
Yeah, and then
Oh,
you
there's
have
the
to go.
clue. Okay,
Yeah.
my bad.
I was in 2 movies centered around space, Interstellar and The Martian.
Oh shoot.
I can't think of her name.
I don't even know what actress it is.
I do.
I could see her face.
Yep.
Is it the
Pass.
actress that's in Jurassic Park?
No, that would
No.
be Bryce Dallas Howard.
Uh-huh.
Well,
I didn't know that
now
one.
Or do you
over
mean
there.
Jurassic World?
Jurassic World?
That would be Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yeah.
I don't know what the actress's name is from Jurassic
Are you
Park.
talking about in Interstellar when the girl turns old?
I don't know, man.
Well, I mean, I don't think any of us are gonna get it.
You have another clue.
Yeah, it might have some other name.
All right. Well, all you
Pass.
guys pass. So
I can't think of her name.
My first name is Jessica.
That's not who I thought it was.
For some reason, I don't know why. I just started thinking of Fast and the Furious. Because that
It's a
girl's
weird
like-
place to go.
That girl that's in it's in like every movie ever.
Michelle Rodriguez.
Yeah. that's what I heard
Jessica
of.
Lang.
No.
Jessica Biel.
No.
Solid.
I knew it wasn't her. Is that our last clue?
Yeah,
that's your last.
Jessica Simpson.
Her last name starts with a C.
Whoa, whoa! We didn't get that. Let him
I don't
guess.
care.
Then we all lost. We lost.
I won't
Yeah.
pass. I'm not going to take an extra clue.
But I knew Scott was gonna look it up. That's why I was gonna say.
What is it?
What is it?
Jessica Chastain.
Jessica Chastain.
Don't know who the fuck that is, Joe.
She's in a lot of really big movies, man.
Yeah, I don't
Literally,
know.
Interstellar, Martian, Lawless, Zero Dark 30.
I didn't
Zookeeper's
watch
Wife.
That's the girl. That's when Interstellar, when she gets old.
No shit,
I was
Sherlock.
right.
I don't give you those things.
I
That's not
know.
how the game works.
All right, well, I was right, but I don't know her fucking name. Dude, she is
What?
an attractive lady.
Okay.
old lady. She's an attractive old lady.
She's the same age as Sue, man. Back off. I'm kidding.
Kidding, Sue's older.
So this isn't technically anybody's topic, but Joe, what is our last topic? You were here for the pre-production. You should know.
What was our last topic?
What's our only other topic?
Oh, it'd be party stories. Right?
Good setup. I like it.
Joe likes to talk about when he was drunk. So
I was just
That's his
saying
go-to.
I just said there's a lot of parties, man. That's all I'm saying. So, I mean, I thought we had we don't have any other actors or actresses.
We have another game, but we played after this.
Oh boy. All right. So we're going into drunk stories.
Drunk party stories. Anything you want to tell? You want to lead us off?
I'll lead off. So I had a friend of mine win a state championship in pole vault in high school. So he had this real nice gold medal, you know. So
and pole.
yeah, and,
Aha.
and nice pole. He had a very nice pole. Polished it often. So we go to this house party, our house party. Here we go. Oh, we go to a house party, and we find his gold medal, and we begin wearing it around the party.
Of course.
Of course, and somebody there put it on and decided to climb a very high object, which was a deck. Got on the roof of the deck.
Okay.
And I mean, have you ever seen the end of King Kong when he's standing up there holding on with the girl?
Oh yeah.
It was him holding a beer, holding onto the pole, but
Nice. But wearing the gold medal.
wearing the gold medal, he, I guess, let go of the pole he was holding.
Oh
onto.
boy.
That's a mistake.
Oh
He
boy.
fell 2 stories,
Oh boy.
landed on his shoulder,
Oh boy.
dislocated it, laid in the yard for an hour, finishing his beer. Did not spill his
Touche.
beer. He spilled a little bit, but he didn't. He finished it still.
Wow.
He's trying to do his best pole vaulting imitation.
We retrieved the gold medal from him. That
He
was-
didn't deserve it
It
anyway.
was a
at
good
that point,
story,
he
yeah.
didn't-
Yeah.
He didn't stick the landing.
He
Oh
did.
boy. So like, did he like let go consciously? Or?
It was the slowest fall in the history of falls. Have you ever seen just like it was like a teeter, like a tree falling?
Yeah. See, we got my brother tuned up the one time and talked him into climbing on our roof,
Over.
and he was sitting there talking, and he must have leaned forward for something. He just fell right off and landed on the ground,
Yeah.
just flat on the ground, and he didn't move. I didn't know if he was dead, but everyone was having a good time.
Just kind of leaving there.
So we're all like, "Is he all right?" I don't know. He's not moving. We're like, "Well, just give him a minute." So we continued to drink, and eventually he rolled over and was fine. And that was,
There you go.
yeah. I
Hey,
mean,
man,
so
don't trouble yourself with things that aren't your problem.
exactly, exactly.
It's not like he was your brother.
I didn't.
little
It's
brother.
not like I pushed him. You know, I mean, I figured he wasn't dead. It wasn't that far of a fall. I mean, he's a big guy. He
Probably
wouldn't-
hurt the ground more.
Yeah, exactly.
Mother Earth felt that one.
Not to mention, it toughens him up.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So if anything, I did him a favor. He hasn't thanked me yet.
No,
Thanks for letting me fall off that roof, brother.
little brothers are the worst.
Tell me about it.
Wouldn't know.
You're lucky.
Are you the youngest?
I'm the middle. I got older and younger sisters.
That's why it's so weird. Middle child syndrome.
Yeah, I'm just an odd kid, just looking for my place.
What's
in the
your
world.
excuse?
For being weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have one.
I know why Joey is, but
Touche. Is it because I'm Jewish?
yes.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure I was on the
It's because
same
my
page.
dad was adopted. So I'm a weirdo.
Thanks, Dad.
You made me this way, Dad.
The kids make fun of me all the time because you're not my real. Or you're adopted. I'm gonna say you're not my real dad.
No, it's even funnier. I think he's not my real dad. No, I am your real dad, Zach. No, you're adopted. That's not how it works.
Speaking of roofs, we used to get really drunk at my house, and I had
And, yeah.
and I had a very easily climbable roof, and then I had a swimming pool right next to my
Why do
roof.
heights always work this
I
way?
don't know. They just do. Then you could run from the roof and jump in the swimming pool. It was very fun. We used to do when we get drunk. Sadly, this story does not end with anyone dying because no one ever actually hurt themselves. doing
Moving
it.
on.
But I remember we had a party at my house. We were on the roof doing whatever. Luke Walsh was there. Good old Luke Walsh. Got pretty drunk, and he was on the roof. And we were eating Cocoa Puffs. Because he doesn't want to eat Cocoa Puffs when
I
he's drunk.
mean, I'm cuckoo for him.
I kind of want some now.
Yeah.
Exactly. So whatever, the party goes, it ends. The next day, or the next like few days, my parents come home. I get home from school one day, and my dad's like, "Hey, do you have people over when we were gone?" I'm like, "No." And he's like, "Were you guys on the roof?" And I'm like, "Definitely not on the roof. I would be on the roof." He's like, "Well, I went up there to check on the shingles, and there's a box of Cocoa Puffs on the roof." I'm like, "Fuck."
Fucking squirrels, Dad.
Big squirrels, Dad.
Giants.
Raided the
I
house.
fucking broke in, took the Cocoa Puffs.
How much trouble did you get in?
Not that much trouble because like they didn't know I was like drunk or anything. All they found was the Cocoa Puffs. So it just
Yeah.
proved that I went on the roof. I think eventually I was like, "Oh, Conway came over. We were just sitting up there bullshitting, eating Cocoa Puffs. Must have forgot them."
What a weird time.
Yeah, it was a weird time. Weird times. But yeah, my parents didn't yell at me, but they definitely busted me. Fucking Luke.
Zach. Did you ever tell a story of the keys on here? Did you ever tell that on here?
I have never told that story. That's a good drunk story. So I don't know how many years ago that was. We were in college 3 or 4 years ago. We like to have poker games, the three of us. We
Big
have a-
fans.
Yeah. We used to have a lot more. We haven't done one in a while.
October. If you just stayed at the draft the other day, you'd know that. But
I know. I already know. October 20th. You already told me. I do know that.
Why don't you calm down, Zach? You don't have to get so
Motherfucker.
defensive.
Nah, you're the one interrupting
Motherfucker.
your own story.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're having a poker game out in my parents' garage, and very early into the night, like 3 hands, I realized that this is just not my night. It wasn't really. I didn't have much patience for the poker game that
I was gonna
night.
say 3 hands. You're like, nah,
3
not
hands, I was
tonight.
like, this isn't it.
It's over.
Tonight.
So I decided to make a rule that after every hand, you have to shotgun a beer, and only I stuck to that rule. I think Skylar was
Not
there.
everybody else played that role.
No, I was one of the only people that stuck to that rule.
I never say no to shotgunning.
You never say no to drinking.
Do you want a shotgun of beer?
Yep.
I got 2 right there. So I get obliterated. I don't even remember playing poker that night at all. I know
I'd use the term playing loosely.
we
You
didn't really
sat
play
there.
and just hammered.
You did. You didn't play. Everybody else played.
There was quite a few people there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, later on in the night, probably it was late, 1 or 2 in the morning.
So late.
It might have been later. I don't know.
Go ahead.
Whatever.
Did you turn
It's
night
dark out. Yeah, it's dark out is what I'm getting at. And we go out. Skylar and I are gonna shotgun another beer. We go out, and I didn't have any keys on me, so Skylar hands me his apartment key. You know, as a good friend
You know,
does.
to enter the place I was going to.
Yeah. And I decide to, and after every time we shotgunned a beer, we spiked it into the ground.
Right.
Yeah.
Only makes sense.
No, only obviously. So got it. Anyway, we open up the beer, shotgun it. I spike it, walk back inside. I'm like, fuck, where's that key?
Still holding that can.
Yeah. so in the pitch dark in the middle of my parents' yard, I spiked the can with Skylar's apartment key.
You got to clarify here that his parents' yard is literally woods. It's a woods. It's in the middle of the woods.
So
It's
Lots of
pitch
trees.
dark, lots of trees, pitch dark. Fuck, man, that sucked. We just spiked it
Just
right.
imagine handing someone a key and then
chucking it.
sending it as far away as humanly possible.
we found it somehow.
I found
Some
it.
way, somehow.
I was the one that found it. We ended up wrangled the troops. We had everybody out there looking, and I came across it. But
Wasn't it your keys that got thrown in the fire too?
Conway's like, I need a set of keys. And I go to throw my car keys.
Yeah.
We literally just lit this fire.
Yeah, they're sitting off.
It's like the size
fire pit.
of this can. Okay. The fire is not big at all. It's the teepee. It's stacked up. I go to toss my
So
keys
you're
across.
TP over log cabin.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So I tossed them and they rolled off my finger and Conway like looked away at that point. So I tried to pull them back. Well, I didn't. And they went straight up in the air and I reached out to try to grab them, but I couldn't reach over the ring and they fell directly down in the middle of the teepee over the fire. What are the odds? And they had one of the microchips in it because this was like a 90s car and that was a big thing back then. It
Right.
melted the chip. So I had to leave my car there. And it was quite a pain, but it wasn't that big of a deal, but it was just comical because literally it's like it's like this soda can and I throw them straight down the middle. Couldn't do it again if I tried.
Bad luck with keys with you, man.
Just keep them in my pocket.
What about you, Finch?
Joe, you got one?
I got one.
Yeah,
for
go
you.
ahead.
All right, so we're in Potter County. That'll have been 3 years ago. Nope. Yeah, 3 years ago. We had been drinking all day. And we ran out of beer. But on our way to fish earlier in the day, we ran into these other campers who seemed to be, around our age, and they were drinking. So when we run out, it's late. We're like, hey, let's go invite those guys over. So what I did was I sent my friend to go talk to them, and I snuck through the woods and I stole their coolers of beer. But I forgot that we were inviting them over. So they
I see where this is going.
so they came over and realized
It's got their name on it.
I had their coolers of beer.
Hey, we're the Petersons too. Wait a minute.
And they're like, why are our coolers over here? And I was thinking quick at the time. And I said, I thought you guys said you were coming. I was trying to help you out by carrying your coolers over. Thus began a 2-hour conversation with the man about how he's a conductor on a train. And a week prior, he hit somebody with said train.
Nice.
Not something I needed.
The more you know.
But he sobered up the next day and confronted me about stealing the beer. But I was in the car leaving, so I did not stop to conversate with him.
I'm gonna steal their beer. What do you mean we're inviting them over?
Yeah, it wasn't.
I picture you like bursting through the woods like with this cooler slung over your shoulders. And you like bust through. You're like, hey guys, I just stole those fuckers' beer. And they're sitting there. And you're like,
Yeah, it was not my brightest moment.
the camp one pass there.
Yeah,
That's fucking great.
it was a rough one. Went out for a 21st birthday.
It's like, is somebody gonna talk? Or
Yeah, don't worry. I got more.
What's up, Kevin?
I went out for a 21st birthday. It's going to be the last time I ever consciously wear a Hawaiian shirt to the bar.
Why?
For the reason that I don't remember what happened while I was in said Hawaiian shirt. And when I woke up in the morning, I was 40 minutes late for work, naked on a kitchen floor.
You didn't like Hawaiian shirts anymore?
I'd say someone had a good night.
I had a fantastic evening, and I don't know what happened. I think somebody might have overserved me. Maybe it was myself that overserved me.
It might have been me.
I did eat some Chipotle earlier that might have had an effect on it. I don't know.
I've heard that it does that.
Yeah.
Chipotle amplifies.
It couldn't
the
have
effects
been
of
all-
alcohol.
It
I read
couldn't
that on
have been
Wikipedia.
I couldn't have been all those drinks I had. It had to be that
No.
Chipotle I ate.
Yeah, it was definitely the Chipotle.
Yeah. Well, Kevin's inside the house.
Oh, geez. Is this like one of these
Oh.
murder mysteries where
Oh
we all
my
die?
God.
Like the lights are going to go out and then
Oh my
they
God.
come back
First
on
one
and
to go down.
like Joe's dead.
Yeah, I'm dead.
We just keep podcasting.
Yeah.
I'd keep going.
May as
Nothing
well.
against you, but our
No.
listeners need it.
Always cut off
Yeah.
the weakest link. I
We've
understand.
got 2 listeners right now.
Yeah.
Viewers.
They need it.
They need it.
Sue knows I'll leave her if we go down to 0. I know Sue stopped, so I'm just gonna go home and pack my things and leave.
Yeah.
So
So
There you go.
when I was working in the bar for you, here's one for you.
okay.
Did I tell you about the young gentleman that used the urinal
Yeah,
inappropriately?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
Did I tell you about
That was the last
Did
time.
I tell you about the opposite one that was down the basement?
Somebody peed in a toilet.
No.
Whoa.
Whoa! All right. If I told you that one, so one night
Is this
In the
about
counter.
is this about the 2 people?
downstairs,
Yeah, going at it.
that was upstairs.
Oh, okay, okay. I can't keep track. Okay, go ahead.
There's multiple occasions. So, I was running around upstairs doing my average thing, and I get a call that there's an alien in the basement. Alien meaning somebody's where they're not supposed to be, and
Oh, I thought you meant like an illegal alien.
right, correct.
Paul's chilling out down there.
Yeah.
No, I meant Mexican.
Oh, my bad.
So apparently 2 bouncers went down. They found out that this young lady and this young man had been entertaining each other. And
With their bodies.
yeah, making sweet love
Cool.
on some cardboard boxes. But
When
When
the mood hits, man.
when the mood hits, man, that's amore. But she, the young lady came up, and I had graduated with her. So I'm not going to release anything, but
I would definitely say her name right now.
no, sir. But staring into her eyes and me knowing exactly what was going on may have shook up the situation there. That's all I'm
It
saying.
spark a love interest. Is that what you're saying?
Me and her are still together to this day, but we can only do it on cardboard boxes.
Strictly cardboard.
It's a weird thing she's got.
Yeah,
If you'll get down on cardboard boxes, you'll get down anywhere. I love you.
guaranteed. I love you, baby. Don't break eye contact, Zach.
That's weird.
Got weird. So I'm gonna bring us home.
All right.
One of my darkest memories.
Oh boy. Dark.
Dark.
Man in the
Oh, this one. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I figured it's appropriate down the topic. So we went to our buddies, like little campground. We got real drunk.
Wow.
Real drunk. We were poor kids. All we really had was Vladdy. And we're like, well, how can we make this more fun? So we're like, well,
Because we're not miserable enough.
we're not miserable
Right.
enough. We need to
Right.
get more miserable. So then we're like, let's do chugging contest with Vladdy. That was the first idea.
What
which
a
is
great idea.
mistake all on its own. So then I'm even more drunk. And then our buddy Conway is like, well, I heard you get real drunk if you snort liquor. And so we're like, all right, let's fucking snort some liquor.
This only makes sense.
Exactly. So we're putting in little bottle caps. We're snorting Vlad. Fucking hurts. Not super fun.
Can't believe that hurt.
You're literally putting Vlad on your brain.
Did you do it, Skylar?
No,
Skylar was not
I
there.
wasn't there.
Skylar was not there, sadly. And then somebody, I don't remember who, it might have been Elijah.
It was Elijah.
Yeah, it's probably Elijah. Said, you know what I heard also gets you really drunk? If you put it in your asshole.
Joe.
And
Joe didn't know where this was going, and he's stunned right now.
Just hold on.
I
So,
might have to leave at this point. You put Vlad in your asshole.
well, first we're like, well, that seems like a dumb idea. That seems like a way
Right, that
somebody's
just-
going
We
to.
just snorted it, but that
Yeah.
that seems like a dumb.
You're
idea.
pushing.
That's crossing a line.
So everybody's like, nah, we're not going to do that. We're like, we'll just do another chugging contest, sure, whatever. So we do that. Real fucked up at this moment. Somebody's like, you should really just suck it up, put it in your ass.
Who, who was the one guy pushing it? Like after
I-
you chugged it, I'm like, hey,
Pretty sure it was Elijah.
hey, let's do this, guys. I'm into this.
And at this point, I'm pretty drunk, and I'm like, fuck it, let's try it. I'm like, but we have to have very strict guidelines.
But
But yeah, there you go. So we pushed like everybody away except for like one person who is really convenient. That was the person I chose at the time because everybody hates him now. But I didn't want Elijah near me because I didn't trust him, probably for good reason. And I let somebody funnel some Vlad into my asshole.
How bad did it hurt?
It didn't really hurt. Like I said, it was more like a, hey, sit funny and we'll pour it in and hope for the best. So I'm not even really sure if really any of it even
if
went into
anybody
my blood
ever
system.
thinks this is a good idea, for God's sake, just don't do it.
You
'Cause
drank-
it can kill
Sit
you.
funny, and we'll pour it on you.
If you ever think this is a good idea, please God no.
It was a dark day in my life.
It was a full moon.
This is one of the most public ways I've ever told the story, I believe.
I mean,
No
So,
shit, you're
you're
putting it
welcome.
on the internet.
I am. It's official now. I did, in fact, one time let somebody put
First
Vlad
step
in
to
my ass.
cure to healing is admitting you have a problem.
correct.
I don't know if it got me more drunk or not, but I was pretty fucked up that night. I try not to. I
I
wish.
could have been the snorting.
I wish I didn't remember it.
It could be anything.
Yeah,
You
it
do
could have been
remember?
Nothing good was
I
going
remember
on there. He was chugging
bits and
Vlad. He was
pieces of
snorting
it.
Vlad. He put Vlad in his asshole. Nothing in that night seemed like it was. There were 7 dudes there.
That's probably accurate.
I don't know.
There might have been more than 7.
I want to know what was going on. Was there only one bottle of Vlad? No. Okay.
There was lots of Vlad.
It was only $10 a pop. You
Yeah,
can
there
buy.
was lots.
So
of
it was
Vlad.
like the red wave going
exactly.
on there.
Yeah, it's a dark day in my life,
Yeah. Right.
but it's a funny story. So
Move on.
Yeah, that tops everything, I think. Other than that kid breaking his leg.
Let the games begin.
What?
I don't know what he meant by that kid breaking his leg.
he didn't tell that story.
I didn't tell
he
that
mentioned
story.
it pre-podcast that he might tell it, but he didn't actually tell
No, I
it.
didn't tell. I skipped over it. Save that for another one.
All right.
See,
Joe, your first hint.
go ahead.
I've done movies, video games, and TV shows.
Chris Pratt.
No,
Okay.
Andrew Lincoln.
no.
Tom Garfield.
I've been a part of 2 of the biggest IPs.
Can I ask what IP is?
Intellectual property.
Yes.
What?
Intellectual property.
I don't have enough intellectual to know what that means. So all right.
Kevin Spacey.
The Walking Dead is like an IP, like in its whole.
Or a video game. The Call of Duty series.
Avengers.
Yes.
Okay.
Those are IPs.
So I was pretty.
What was your
yeah,
guess?
Kevin Spacey.
No.
Brad Pitt.
No.
Robert Downey Jr.
No.
Okay, let's switch up.
I'm a bit on the older side. I'm not dead, but I'm old. I'm an old actor.
Stan Lee.
No.
Okay.
Clint Eastwood.
No.
That's who I was gonna say. I'm not dead, but Kevin Spacey.
You already said.
I was in Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back, where I played
Oh.
myself.
Bob Barker.
No.
Sean Connery.
No.
Silent Bob.
Kevin Smith.
Yeah, I thought he played as himself.
I have few real life acting gigs, but my biggest role, everybody knows.
This is Matthew McConaughey.
We had him once.
We did.
Yeah,
we did.
Adri got it after the first clue. She
Nice.
told me to. The Matthew McConaughey.
Liar.
Yeah, she's just a cheater.
She Googled it.
100%.
Very few gigs, you said?
Very few real life gigs.
Pass.
Zach?
No clue.
I may be the greatest Joker of all time.
Oh,
Zach's got his thinking face on now.
I'm ready.
He sits courtside at Lakers games. He was in
sits
anger
courtside.
management.
Oh, wait, he's not dead?
He's not dead.
Okay, never mind then.
I can see his face. He was in anger management.
Not
with
dead?
Adam
No,
Sandler.
no, no. That's the guy, whenever you said.
I know
But
the
is him
dude's
being
name, but
alive
I'm not-
change
I
your
don't
guess?
want. I don't want to hold
Yeah.
up it. Hold it
it
up.
does.
So you're
yeah.
passing?
Yeah, I'll pass. I
Tommy
mean,
Lee Jones?
No.
No, he was the Riddler.
Oh, Joker.
Yeah.
Mm.
See, it's now they switched up my answer, but it was the guy from The Shining, wasn't it?
No.
Also, no.
It's not.
Who the heck am I thinking of?
Do you just want your last clue? You get to go.
I could see the dude's face from anger management. But go ahead, yeah. Throw it at me.
You may know me best as a Jedi.
Wow. I'm good.
I'm good.
I never watched all the Star Wars movies, guys.
What?
I never watched all the Star Wars movies.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Is that Kevin?
Yeah.
This is really annoying me that I don't know who this is. You may know me best as a Jedi. James Earl Jones.
Now. Dun, 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 da, 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 da.
I know who you're talking about. The Joker. He plays the Joker in the animated series, and he's the young Luke Skywalker. Do you know who I'm talking? Do you know the actor that played Mark? I was thinking Jack Nichols.
Yeah, Jack Nicholson's the one you're thinking
Yeah,
of.
that's who I was thinking of, but it's not him.
It's not him.
Oh.
Scott
Mark-
knows
Oh.
now.
Mark. Fuck. Hold on.
I don't think that's his last name.
Fuck, hold on.
Fuck.
Mark,
Hold on, Mark.
Fuck, hold on.
Mark Hamill.
There you go, Mark Hamill.
Fuck yes.
He looked it up on his phone.
Yeah, he did. 100%.
No, I didn't.
Why'd you get so defensive then?
I didn't. I've been texting.
See, whenever you said like famous for the Joker, I immediately thought of Heath Ledger.
Mm,
See?
He's dead.
yeah, that's
I was
where I asked
texting
him again.
Adri.
What if he was dead?
Why would
See
I?
how
Lie?
that
All right.
shifts
I'll,
over
from now on,
there.
I'll put my
I got
phone
you.
down.
I got you.
Yeah, Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
I forgot he was the
Mark Hamill.
Joker. And
All the pretty much any animated thing he is the Joker.
Yeah.
What a weird Joker.
He's a weird dude.
He's a weird dude. His
Yeah.
Joker's fucking awesome though in the animated series.
Yeah.
All of his Jokers. Arkham series, the video games. He's fucking good in those too.
Yeah.
Zach, give us our final drop.
This is the backup of the week.
Skylar, who is our backup?
I'll tell you what, guys. This is a good one, and it's local, so I am big into it. If you guys didn't hear this week,
In case you're not aware.
yeah. So these 3 dudes in Clearfield County, to be exact, Munson, PA, they got arrested this past week. So, 3 pretty ugly dudes from Clearfield County get arrested.
What'd they get arrested for?
What might you think they might do? I mean,
Drugs.
No. Close.
Cooking meth.
No.
Illegal hunting.
Oh, no, they were hunting with something, though. They were playing the old skin flute with a couple animals, turns out. More than a couple.
I'd say quite a few.
Yeah, these 3 dudes from Munson, PA, which is in Clearfield, like I said. Terry Wallace, Matthew Brubaker, and Mark Miesnikoff. They would look like guys that would have sex with animals, and that's exactly what they did. They have 1,400 counts of sexually abusing animals at their farm.
That's not that many, right? It's only a few.
So, yeah.
That one poor goat, man.
That one poor goat. Yeah.
They had dogs. They had a goat. A goat. That's
A
what I
goat.
mean.
A single
They single
goat.
out
One
one
They
goat.
share-
That's
goat.
one sexy fucking goat
They had,
over
like,
there.
Hey, when you got one goat, you got one goat. What are you going to do?
8 or 9 horses.
Probably not have sexual relations with the goat.
Just
the
like I
greatest of all
probably
time.
wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I mean, they got ratted out because they had a 16-year-old on the farm with them, and somebody was, at least one of the 4 people on the farm was like, "This is pretty fucked up."
I don't think you're allowed to do this,
Skylar,
guys.
did you describe how they did it?
So how they did it was they had a specially made stall, like you have a stall. And
They were in deep.
They had a sex stall.
yes, they had a sex stall, not doll stall, and
We're
it was
just
real.
gonna skip over what Zach said. They were in deep.
No, yeah, they were. Well, you don't know how deep they are.
That's
Yeah, probably.
fucking
If they're
animals.
fucking animals, they're not that big.
I mean, if you're pleasing a horse,
Is that your gauge of measurement?
you fuck an animal? No, he
not
must be
hands,
huge.
Shoe size. If they fuck animals or not, that's how I.
so they had this really narrow stall, and they would like put the animals in them, and then they had this special door that had a hole in it, and it was in a V shape, so they could press it. I'm not gonna get into too much detail here. You get the idea.
You figured it out by now.
And they just would go to town on these animals.
And that poor goat.
I mean, listen, I'm no cowboy, but I don't think that's how you ride a horse. Am I right?
Didn't they also find home videos?
Yeah. So not only are they bad enough to do it, they're like, let's film this shit.
Do you think that was
Let's
their
get
like
after
that
it.
was their wank bank?
Their
It-
wank bangs.
Their wank
Spank,
Spank
bank.
bang.
Spank, bang.
I never
Wank
liked
bank.
spank.
I've heard wank bank.
Yeah,
I like
wank
that.
bank.
But apparently, I mean, it must be a lot of work to go get them out of the field. The animals probably run when you come because
Bad use of
Those
Wow.
animals just weren't fast enough.
personally, I think it's a great use of words. I mean, they probably run away when they see you marching towards them because, I mean,
They know what's about to happen.
I gotta think that goat was just like, God damn it again.
There's 6 other fucking goats on the farm.
That was the best looking goat though.
The worst part is like they could have the 16-year-old could have ratted them out, but what proof do they really have? They're not getting 1,400 counts of sex with
How
animals
long
from
did it take him to report it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
See, that
But
there's
I'm
a
saying, but
question.
even if but they're not getting that many counts. But these dumb fucks filmed themselves
Yeah.
doing it.
But you
that's the
don't
real
know if
kicker.
they filmed themselves. Maybe somebody else did the filming.
Well, they said they were home
wonder-
video.
Well, they
I
had
wonder-
video nonetheless.
I wonder how professional it was. Like, you think they had like
Yeah.
drops and stuff?
Tripods and
Yeah.
everything ready to
Oh,
go.
Maybe it was
they had
like
some
a-
tripods around.
Maybe it was like a podcast.
I just don't like. Listen, okay.
How to fucking go 101.
How-to videos.
Say you're into that. Okay, whatever. You're a fucking weirdo. Whatever. You're into that though. It's
Yeah.
obviously illegal, but there's a lot of people that are into illegal stuff. So if that's your cup of tea, how do you find 2 other people and like openly state that you're into that and hope they want to join you?
Yeah.
I think you floated out there as a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're just like sitting next to each other, like, man, that's a fucking good looking horse. I'd definitely stick my pecker in that.
And the one
One
guy,
guy's like, I already did.
and how do you make sure that third guy doesn't say anything?
Yeah.
He looks over like,
Yeah.
me too.
They had these awkward conversations twice. The one guy definitely started. He was the ringleader.
They're like you said though, they singled out the one goat. So I bet the guy who was looking, he just carefully took that goat across their view site so they'd
Yeah.
get a nice look of it. And they're like, how much the fuck that goat?
Look at the beard on that.
Maybe it was just like the 16-year-old where they just like one guy on the farm and he slowly invited people to work there and they just kind of liked what they saw and they just started joining in.
There's no way you luck out and find two people that are like,
Hey, we
never
don't
know.
we don't know how many people that farm let go to get those other two.
Yeah, you're right. How many people kept their mouths shut?
yeah, I hope nobody. How would you like? That'd be the like. How was work, honey? I just watched my boss fuck a horse. I mean, that was some fucked up shit. I'm not gonna say anything to anybody else.
Just you. Fuck, that'd be some good podcast.
They had a
material.
cow too, didn't they?
Yeah,
I think
it
the
was
one cow.
horses, a cow, a goat, and dogs.
Oh. What do you say?
What?
You think they ever get tired of doing it doggy style?
Yeah, they get tired of doing it doggy style.
Just like, do you think they like tried to turn the cows over?
I don't know if you were going cow tipping, it's pretty hard. I've never tried to take advantage of a cow, but I have tried to push one over.
They
Well,
tip
Does
some
not
sort.
work. Does not work.
They didn't just give a tip.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Jesus.
All right. Ugh.
Anyway, one of our worst backups of the weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
they're
up
pretty
there.
bad.
That's up there. Oh my god! I still want to know how you I will never figure that out. Like how you find two other people that are okay with
I
that.
think this is like the prequel to Animal Farm. The animals were going to rise up and establish government.
If we're being honest, probably Craigslist.
Yeah,
That
They
would
shut
be
that
the-
down. They shut it down now.
They shut down
But these
like-
guys may have known each other for a long
there's
time.
like weird internet forums out there.
Are you sure about that?
I mean, I've heard
Let's set one up. Let's see if we can
sting
get
operation. Just post pictures of
That's not to be
Buddy.
a sting operation. We just
No,
want to see
we'll
if we
try to
get
get a horse fucker
Why
as
don't
our
you
next
just
guest
set it up as like to catch a predator?
with
for the
horses.
podcast.
We'll make a Tinder profile for a horse.
See how many likes we get.
Jesus. Do you think they like get off watching the Kentucky Derby? Fucking look at that baby run.
We're getting way too deep into this.
I don't. They were plenty deep.
Just going down the rabbit hole.
Jesus Christ.
No, they didn't have any bunnies.
I'm not going to set you up for any more puns.
Thank you. Good. I think we should really call it an
Yeah, we
episode.
have to call that one.
All right, drop it, Joe.
Hey, fellas, thanks for listening to the Career Backups. As you know, you can follow us on Twitter at Career Backups, or you can email us at anything you want topic wise. It's at careerbackups@gmail.com. One of these days, we're going to do some current topics. We were going to do it today. Didn't work out.
We'll get to it, Kern.
We'll
Promise.
get to it. That's about all we really have. Follow us, rate and subscribe. Somebody rated us the other day and said no homo. I don't know how old that was, or if we ever gave him a
I
shout
have
out.
no idea.
Somebody rated us on iTunes and went, "I love the podcast." # no homo. And I'm like, all right, don't know who you are.
What a dude.
Thanks for.
Does that mean they're against it? Or?
I couldn't tell.
Okay.
This episode might make them more forward. Who knows?
Mm.
All right, fellas.
Joe, thanks for coming on.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Did you have fun?
guys. I always have a blast.
You gonna listen to this one?
Yeah.
No, he won't.
You don't have to lie. Lots of guests say they
I'm
won't
just-
listen to their
I'm
own
just
episode.
saying. I don't like listening to my own episode. I'm trying to catch up with Adrian, but as soon as she guesses stuff, I get upset. I don't like losing. Not a
I
fan.
don't like losing.
Like Zach Loden over there, him beating me in Madden earlier. I'm just feeling down, man.
I'm sorry.
Just stop the crossing routes.
Yeah.
All right,
All you
fellas.
gotta do.
This has been the Career Backups podcast. We'll see you next week. Peace out.
Later.
See ya.
See you.
Are you sure you want to end your stream?